Welcome back to the Marketing Ninja Lab podcast with Coach Jorge and Ollie Rodriguez.
Welcome back to another podcast. Today we're going to be talking about how to increase your revenue with something called user-generated content, UGC.
Absolutely. So we all know that there's various types of content, testimonial type content, unboxing, reviews. This one in particular is called user-generated content. What is it exactly?
User-generated content, that is when you get your users, your customers, right, to make you some content, some videos. Like you said, it could be like somebody unboxing your product. It could be somebody, if you're like a coach or somebody that you sell like a service, right? You can have somebody make a testimonial type video talking about your service and their experience, like basically just a review, right? But it's from the user. It's not like you saying to your customers like,
buy this, look at all these features. It's the user making it for you.
Exactly. It's a big difference because people trust people or users more than the brand, right? So
check this out. 87% of consumers trust reviews and recommendation from family and friends who received a brand experience. And 71% still trust vloggers, that's video bloggers, and social media stars, aka influencers, who have gotten the same treatment. So you're looking at 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 people trust
and
that
trust.
More.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes a huge difference when you can, put this as your ads or just simply, put them, let's say, on your product pages so that people can hear from other consumers. I mean, Manuel was talking about the other day in the workshop, right? He said Amazon was built on basically other people's opinions.
Reviews, nothing more important than those reviews on Amazon, for example. But how do you go about getting user-generated content?
That's a really good question. So obviously there's going to be organic. People are just some of your customers are going to be like influencer types or whatever, and they're going to post on their social media. Hopefully they tag you, or if, you have like a little hashtag that your brand uses or something like that, right? So you can find them later. And then maybe you just message them and say, can we use this, in our social medias? And
I think one of the great ways is like, let's say you sell, protein powder mix. You can maybe create a contest. You can maybe say, hey, if you're willing to if you're really willing to give me some testimonial video or something, I'll give you some free protein mix.
Yeah. Incentivize them.
Yeah, incentivize them. That's right.
It could be a promo code to your store. It could be another free product. It could be, access. Like if you're a coach, you can say, well, I'll give you 30 minutes of my time or something like that. Or I'll give you access to this free or this, Facebook group. Normally costs, whatever it is. And I'm going to let you in for free as long as you give me a video review, UGC video review, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and I think another one that is hit your email list. Mm-hmm. So, we wanted to cover 3 ways that you guys can generate user-generated content that we do here at AGM. Of course, our advertising agency has a huge database of influencers because we do these for brands and companies. People pay us to then go hire the right type of influencer, the right type of like, I don't know if you'd call it an artist or they're not actors. They're influencers, I guess would be the right terminology for it. So
content creator.
That's what I was looking for. I was drawing blanks.
By the way, there's people like just killing it now, just being content creator full time. Like there's such demand for this right now. Like you're saying, 87% of people trust this more. Well, brands are becoming aware of this, and there is such a demand for people to make these kind of videos on demand. Because one thing is what we're talking about, user-generated content, right? These are your users, like your regular customers. But hey, you can also pay people to use your product and then get a video, right?
Give you a review, give you some feedback. So you can also hit your existing mailing list and say, hey guys, I'm looking for some video ads. You could just be plain upfront about it. I'm looking for people who are using my products. Obviously, they're on your mailing list, so they most likely have purchased something from you.
Yeah.
I'm looking for people who've purchased my products before to give me some testimonials, some video testimonials, some video feedback, some content of you unboxing my product and describing what you got. And in exchange, I'll give you product. Who's down, who's in, who's up for that challenge. And you will have some people that email you back. So that's a second way to do that. Right. And a third way is you could pay for it, like you were saying.
Exactly. I was just going to add for both of those ways, like if you're asking people to, send this into you, or if you're paying for it, especially is usually when it happens, that you want to give them direction on, how to make this content. But I actually suggest there's got to be some sort of direction, but not like micromanage it where then it starts to look kind of fake. It's like
scripted.
Yeah, very scripted, very fake, very structured. You can have like some guidelines. I want you to maybe mention this or show this kind of angle or this way of using the product or something. But, the rest of it, I would say just let the content creator or the user just, get creative with it.
Yeah, do their thing.
Be natural.
Be natural. The more raw, experienced or unexperienced, they both work. It's the interesting, the whole rawness. Obviously, you can edit out any hums, haws, the mumbles,
Yeah.
But either way, it works. Another interesting stat. I don't have it for every category, Gen Z and boomers and this and that, but I do have millennials here report that 84% of millennials report that user-generated content has some influence on what they buy. These are like crazy statistics. You're talking about 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 84%. This is definitely where you want to put your attention on. It's grabbing a little tripod from Amazon, putting your iPhone there, and recording your unboxing of your products. Mm-hmm. Recording you using your products. Now,
what works really well? I just thought about it when you said that. Like you can set up a tripod. You're unboxing or you're maybe showing the product to the camera and stuff like that, but you're not talking. And then you add in like a voiceover at the end. I've seen that work really, really well. And maybe you have like different scenes that you're showing the product being used in different ways, let's say, but you're not like trying to talk to the camera and trying to, show the product at the same time. It's just like the video. And then afterwards you come in and then you just do like the voice over it. And then maybe add some text, some captions on the video to better communicate, your concept. But that works really well, especially on TikTok.
Yeah. Anything that makes it like pattern interrupt, because that's not conventional.
Right.
Like it takes a little bit more work. Anything that takes a little bit more work is probably not being done as much, right? People get lazy and stuff. So that's a really good one. For lead generation, what I've seen that's really good for lead generation in terms of self-user generate content is asking a customer to do a selfie review video. There's something about the selfie that makes it very raw, unique, and unscripted, very authentic. And then, they're just saying how great of an experience that is.
Well, it's so unique because nobody does that. Like,
who's doing that?
Like in lead generation, if you're a landscaper, if you're a, I don't know, who else lead generation?
I mean, barber shops. Hey, look at, I just got this fresh fade, which, by the way, I got to go get a fresh fade this week, and it is growing a little bit.
Yeah, I'm growing mine out. Yeah.
So,
trying to be like Adrian back there.
The Marketing Ninja Lab producer. Adrian, he's always behind the scenes.
He's our Jamie to our Joe Rogan.
Okay, so moving on.
Anyways, if you're
plumbers?
if you're trying to get leads like that,
you're a plumber. You're
any kind of home service, especially, right? Like, usually don't get people doing video like customers.
Even if you're a mortgage broker or a realtor, nobody is doing this. I hardly see it. I ask people once in a while, but even us at our agency, we're not as on it on that type because it's an ask. You have to deliver good, excellent service to be able to say, hey, to feel comfortable and say, hey, can you get me? So it does play a role when you hit a home run for a customer to ask right then and there.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait 10, 4, 5 days or weeks or months or whatever and then ask.
Yeah.
You want to ask when you hit the home run and say, hey, by the way, I'm collecting this because I'm building a website with some testimonials and some reviews. I'd love to get your feedback on Selfie style. Could be 30 seconds, could be 60 seconds. It doesn't matter. You could say whatever you want to say. Just mention that your experience with our business. I would not ask with me. I would say with our business, because if you have an employee that leaves you, that testimonial will live forever. Also, they may not know who, Joe Blow is, but they may know who AGM is.
Right.
For who you're using that.
You mentioned the barber. Last time I was there, he was, finished, my haircut, and then he was just like, "Hey, you mind if I take a quick picture?" So he kind of like took control. Now that's not like, it's a little bit off from what we're saying, like the whole user generated thing. But to your point, like if you just get it on the spot when people are happy, and even if you just did that as a business owner, that like all the examples we just mentioned, that's better until you can put that on your social media than nothing, or like stock videos or something like that,
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, there's another statistic in terms of the research that was done, that 70% of consumers place peer recommendations above professional written copy. So no matter how amazing your copy is, how great of a copywriter you're at, you will never beat what that barber did, where he's taking a picture with you,
right,
and you are sort of endorsing
Yep.
the barber. So, it's great to have good copy. You got to have good marketing copy, good calls to actions, good headlines, bullet points, all of this stuff that as marketers and people in the industry know. However, it's just like a picture with somebody endorsing it trumps everything, especially if they're celebrity or well-known, game over, right?
For sure.
So you want to ask for those testimonial style videos, Selfie. If you are some sort of a mortgage broker, some sort of service industry, that's about all you can do, is that type of testimonial video describing your experience. Because it's not like where it's an e-commerce product where you can unbox it, you can show people how to use it, the deodorant, the shampoo is a lot different, right? You do get more options as e-commerce, but at lead generation it works too.
Yep, exactly. But I think that's it that we had to cover today. Anything else that we missed?
That's user-generated content, guys. Start using it. If you're like, hey, I don't know who to ask for, and you want us to help you, we do have a database with a ton of influencers and content creators.
Yeah.
You basically mail them. We find the right one that's going to fit your brand's image, and then you send them your products. They test it, and they give you some user-generated content feedback, etc. So
these are proven. They're vetted. And the videos that we get from these guys, when we put them on our ads for our agency clients, they work so much better. So again,
41% better conversions. 41%. That means
that was the whole point of this that we wanted to bring you, is like that it works so much better. You got to get on it. If you're not doing this, you're missing out, and we can help you.
Yeah, absolutely. So run your ads with user-generated content, and then start trying to build out your library of content in that with that type of content. So hey, next Friday we will be talking more marketing updates and what's working in our agency, so that you guys can do the same. This is what's working now. We wanted to bring that and share it to you. Catch us on the next episode next Friday.
See you guys.